Hi, this is Paul Falkowski and with Community 360, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to share a little bit about what's going on with Community 360. We celebrated our 20th anniversary last year, and it's been a while since I've had an opportunity to make any videos of any kind. I've been just getting back into blogging, and hopefully over the next year then I'll be back in the swing of things. This past spring I defended my dissertation, and so that really consumed almost all of my time, successfully by the way, and so I'm very excited about that. My dissertation topic was on volunteer impact on long-term care, and using a national database really showed that volunteers make a positive impact on the quality of care in a nursing home. And so hopefully by the end of the year, or if not sooner, I'll have a paper published in one of the journals concerning what I found. In the meantime, we've been working very hard. I've been working very hard. Ed Joseph, our development officer, has been working very hard, networking in the community, making people aware of our organization and our mission. And as you know, we went through a name change last year. We changed our name from Desert Ministries to Community 360, and I think that the name change reflects more of who we are these days, and reaching out to various members of our community, other groups, and really embracing the idea that aging touches every member of our society. And so I want people to feel comfortable with us as we approach them, as we approach a nursing home, that we're not bringing an agenda with us other than we want to recruit and train volunteers to work in nursing homes alongside staff, providing that kind of support, hopefully to alleviate some of the burden that staff feel. You know, working in a nursing home is no easy chore, and for those of you that do work in nursing homes, my hat is off to you, because I know how hard you work to provide quality care. But I also know that you're working in a system that really beats down people, and that turnover rates and burnout rates are very high among staff, particularly direct care workers. And so it's my intent, it's my strong belief, and now what I think I'm showing even empirically, that nursing homes who have robust volunteer programs, where volunteers are being trained to provide staff support, those nursing homes are providing better quality care, and the staff feel that support and appreciate it. So with that said, our mission remains largely the same: to recruit and train volunteers for nursing homes. And again, I believe over the next 3 decades or so, as the boomers approach their 80s and the need for nursing home care increases, that the role of the volunteer will become even more critical. And in fact, if Community 360 were to survive over the next 2 or 3 decades, I believe our training would include providing personal cares, feeding residents, grooming, and other non-medical supports, just simply because the staff will not be available. Staff shortages are already acute, and over the next 3 decades, the problem will become even more pronounced. In addition, it's a two-way street. Volunteers always tell me and report back how much they're getting out of the experience, and that's largely because when you're working with an older adult, they have this wonderful way of turning the tables on you, and at some point in the conversation, you're not sure who's visiting who. And what I mean by that is that they begin to offer wisdom, thoughts based on lifetimes of experiences, their education, and so on. And I can't tell you how much I've learned, even over the last 20 years or so, from the older adults that I've met. And of course now I are rapidly becoming one as I approach my 60th birthday this year. But still, even when I visit the nursing home and I'm visiting someone that's 25 years older than me, 85 years old, I'm still learning from them. And again, I think we need everyone, regardless of your age, you need someone in your life that's in those final stages, 85-year-old, 90-year-old, giving you feedback, giving you advice, sharing their life experiences with you. So in this volunteer opportunity carries an extra component I think that others don't, and that is that when the volunteer leaves that experience, when they are leaving the nursing home, having visited with older adults in that facility, they're also leaving with newfound knowledge, newfound wisdom, and so on. So I think there's a great benefit to the volunteer, and ultimately to our society, because I believe that volunteer will go back out into the community, wherever they've come from, to their workplace, their church, the civic groups that they belong to, and they'll share stories about the experiences that they've had while volunteering in a nursing home. Of course, my challenge is to get people to over their fears of nursing home. I think we have this image in society of the nursing home as being some sort of dark place where older adults are being cared for, but it's a very scary place or something like that. And so a lot of the chore that I have is to help people overcome these fears, to go into the nursing home and discover really something completely different. A place that's very vibrant, a place where people are engaged and again willing to share their life experiences given the opportunity. In the meantime, we still have volunteers here in Omaha, and we still need more volunteers. Our recruiting is a little stringent, but it has to be because we're dealing with vulnerable population. Our volunteers are visiting someone's mother, someone's father, a husband or a wife, and so we have to be very careful about the people that we allow to enter this program. So we have a fairly stringent screening process, and then training, 16 hours of training. But once you get through that initial vetting process and the training process, then it becomes very flexible. People are able to volunteer on their own schedules. They work with the staff to set up a schedule that fits their needs and fits the needs of the individual volunteer. And so at that point, then it becomes something that is easy to do and to incorporate into your daily routine. So anyway, that is a need that we have. Of course, I talked to an activities director. I asked her, how many volunteers do you need? And I don't know what I expected to hear, 10, 20. She said 140. And I said, 140? I said, how many residents do you have? And she said, 140. And it really makes a point that everyone in the nursing home needs to feel like there's somebody there just for them. And a lot of times in the nursing home resident, even though they have a lot of people around them, nurses, aides, maybe a doctor, and so on, they feel like they're still alone, that there's no one there just for them. And I've had them tell me that. I have a lot of people around me, but there's no one here just for me. And so, this is something that I hope that the niche that our volunteers can fill, that when that older adult wakes up in the morning, they can anticipate the visit of a Community 360 volunteer. Well, okay. With all that said, then I think we're looking for people that will support this effort. I think it's a very critical effort, and so I hope that you'll either decide to become one of our volunteers, or if you can't do that, maybe you can support us financially. And again, you can set up your pledge right here at our website, and I know that you can be sure that every dollar that's given to Community 360 goes towards recruiting, screening, and training volunteers. And I know that we have a very good rapport with the long-term care community here in Omaha, and I'm sure that our program would work in other parts of the country too, because I don't believe that there's anything really unique about what we're doing here or the things that we're experiencing here in Omaha. I believe that nursing homes all across the country are screaming for volunteers, and I think we have a program here that can really step up to the plate and answer that need. Anyway, that's all I have for this week. Our annual banquet, for those of you that live in the Omaha area, our annual banquet is coming up September 12th, and so put that on your calendar, and we'll make a great evening of fellowship, fun, and music. And of course, we recognize key people in our organization, our community partner of the year, our volunteer of the year, the activities director of the year, and so on. And so it'll be a great, fun evening. That's it for this week, I think, and hopefully I'll have some of these every week just to kind of keep people up to date on what we're doing. Thanks.